Alright gang, welcome back to our Can You Survive 25 challenge here on Zielonka. It is now June, and we're up at the shop here, and I'm picking up the pallet fork that I just purchased right off camera, right before we started the recording here. I left the stone breaker up here, just on the side over here. I don't really think we're going to need it back at the shop, or back at the yard. So I'm going to leave it up here, and then, you know, it's just going to hang out there. I asked the shop owner if he cared, and he said it wasn't a big deal, so we're going to leave it there and go at it from there. Now, the seeds are for Farm3, so we're going to bring these back now. One thing is in the used market today that I think is going to at least begin the process of starting Farm3, right? My goal was originally when we take a break, we would start Farm3. We're not going to go with any crazy things of any sort right now. We're not actually really going to start Farm3 yet, but one thing we're going to purchase for Farm3 is today. We're not really going to do anything with it. We're just going to park it over in a parking lot space until the time comes, but we are going to buy a tractor for Farm3 today. In the used market, there is another Doltzfar, but it is a big boy. It's a big boy. 287 horsepower. It already has the Assyria Pro Compact on it, which means good things for us with the precision farming that we are running for this series, right? So, yeah, we're going to buy that for Farm3, and we're just going to kind of set it off to the side and go from there. Also, there is a sugarcane planter, as you can clearly tell here, which we're also going to buy and just put it off to the side. I said we were going to do sugar, so we're going to do sugar beets, sugar cane, right? We're going to do all of that stuff, so that's another thing for Farm3. So we're going to actually start purchasing some equipment for Farm3, but again, we're not really going to be focusing on starting Farm3 for a little while longer. We may start it, though, before we take the break. We might, just based off the fact that I'm still dealing with issues, unfortunately, in Mod Hub for downloading maps. I don't know what the problem is. I can't figure it out. To be fair, I'm recording this one back-to-back with the last episode, so, you know, it's been a while now, so maybe it's fixed by the time this is released. I don't know. I hope it is. Fingers crossed. But nonetheless, I'm at the time of this recording, I still cannot do anything at all with downloading of any maps. I can download other things, like pieces of equipment, other type of mods, but I can't get a map to install no matter what I do. Even a small, like, I got a map that was only like 50 megabytes, like tiny, still won't install. It says I'm only utilizing 57% of the space, so 50 megabytes should be no problem to install a map. It's just like an open air map, like, you know, Calm Lands or whatever, just something like that where there's really nothing to it. But yeah, still will not. So it's a problem. It's a problem. I don't know what's going on. I'm praying that there's an update from Giants well, at the time of this recording, it's Monday night. I'm praying there's an update tomorrow from Giants, which they normally do their updates on Tuesday, right? So I'm praying that that's the case. But if not, well, I really don't know what to do then. I really don't know what to do then. Anyway, we got this Kubota in the last episode in case you missed it. This thing is fantastic. I love it. Absolutely love it. Very happy to have it. We got rid of our forklift in favor of this. Now, the reason we got that is because the land we purchased recently, which is over here. Actually, you know what? I should have bought the bucket first, shouldn't I? Oh, well. But anyway, we bought land over here. It had some stones on it. We want to turn this into a field, part of this, at least. It's not the best field type of area. It's pretty hilly, but we're gonna make it work. So I'm gonna go up. So I'm gonna go and get the bucket. We got to drive all the way back up there and get the bucket. It's gonna be slow, but that's fine. So there were some stones in the way, so we need to get rid of those stones. So we got basically a stone breaker. That's what I'm calling it. I don't know exactly what it's called, but that's what I'm calling it. It breaks the stones up, puts them into smaller stones, right? Smaller chunks of stones. And now we need to get a bucket and pick all of those up and, you know, get those loaded and get them removed. So that way we can actually do something with that area, because those rocks are still going to be a problem. We need to get those up, so. Anyway, how's everyone doing today? Hope you're all doing well. Things are good, man. Things are good. As good as they can be, given the circumstances of Mod Hub, as good as they can be. Now, at the time of this recording, I still don't know for sure. I've mentioned this, I know, briefly in previous episodes. I still don't know for sure if I'm going to be gone or not. The time this is released, I would probably be leaving tomorrow, or maybe even on Sunday. Today, the day that this is released, I don't know. But I don't know for sure if I'm going to have to go to Toronto or not. I said that I might have to go to Toronto for work. I've mentioned this many times in the past, but I'll mention it again briefly. I work for a company where half of our company is in the United States, in the Ohio area where I live. The other half is in Toronto in Canada. And sometimes I have to go up there. Sometimes they come down here, right? It's just part of the whole thing, right? So this is a situation where I may have to go up there. I do have, you know, I work for a very, 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 very small company. Our company is somewhere between 60 to 75 people, but very small. When I started this company, I was employee 18. That tells you anything. So, you know, we've grown pretty significantly from 18 people, which I joined this company about a decade ago now at this point. But it's still a very, very small company, right? And you split that between two different offices, one in the Dayton, the Ohio, Dayton-ish, Cincinnati-ish area, and then one in Toronto area. You know, it's pretty small offices, right? Pretty small. So anyway, I do have an employee under me that is in the Toronto area, so sometimes I have to go up there, right? It's just part of the thing, right? It is what it is. There's nothing much I can do about it other than sometimes I got to go up there. So 1,284 liters. This has got 2,000 liters, huh? Interesting. Kind of thinking maybe I'll go with the Massey Ferguson here because it's just a little bit more. Is there a Kubota orange in here? Massey Ferguson. It would be this one, wouldn't it? No, it's Massey Ferguson red, evidently. Doesn't look like a Massey Ferguson red to me, but that's what it says. It's interesting that there's no Kubota orange in here at all. You would think if they're having the Kubota equipment in here that there would be a Kubota orange somewhere in here, but it's not. Yeah, that's too red. That's way too red. That ain't gonna work. So we'll just go black. Costs more money, but it's fine. I'm not worried about $300. Now I'm gonna have to go get the tractor there and get the trailer and bring everything down here. But before we do that, and just because I don't want to lose these pieces of equipment in the used market for Farm 3, for the start of Farm 3 here, let's go ahead and purchase these. So I'm going to leave the Warrior on. It's a little more expensive, but that's okay. Let's get our Michelins on. You know, we like Michelins around here. We'll do the wide tires. Or should I do twin? I never do twin wheels. I don't really love the twin wheels for whatever reason, but I'm kind of thinking about doing it. Let's change it up. Let's do the twin wheels. I never, ever do them. Ever. I never, ever, ever do them. So let's do them. I'm going to make them black, though. I think that looks even better. I'll probably regret buying the twin wheels because of how skinny some of the areas are here, but no, we'll change it. We're going back. I can't do it. I just don't love it, man. I like this. This looks so much better to me. Wide tires right up the end of where the fenders are. I just think that looks so much better. Gosh, that looks good. All right, we'll go with that. Having the Assyria Pro on it is amazing. Right, 130,000. So it's not cheap, but it's a start. It's a start. Should I just keep it the same colors, the TT green and yellow? I guess so. I think I would change the rim colors to black, though. Okay, Farm 3 has at least officially begun today, but not really. Just the buying for Farm 3 has begun, I guess is what I should say. Anyway. I'll meet you over here. It's going to be a while till I get over here, so I'll meet you over here. All right, I got the skid steer up there already. I'm pulling up now with the trailer. I hope the skid steer can actually dump the rocks into this trailer. If not, then we've got another issue to deal with, but let's hope that's not the case. Let's hope there's no issues there. But I guess we'll find out, right? I guess we'll find out. Probably should go about it actually another way, shouldn't I? I should probably have the skid steer up on the higher ground, and this be on the lower ground, and then naturally it should be able to raise it up higher, right? That probably makes more sense. All right, let's see how this goes here, huh? Well, it'd probably be good if I actually got it low enough on the ground where you could actually pick everything up, right? Okay, there's a little bit more over here that I missed. Probably be a good idea for me actually to keep this mostly here because there's probably going to be more that I've missed as well. Just assuming here. Okay, that's a full load. Let's see what happens here. Yeah, there's definitely more there on the ground that's still not being picked up. We gonna be able to do this? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Might take a little longer, but oh, yeah, we can do it. All right, well, you know what we got to do here. It's going to take a while, but you know what we got to do. So let's get this all done. Hopefully we don't miss anything, but if we do, we'll leave it down here whenever it comes time for us to start plowing this field up and getting it prepped to become a field, I should say. And then we can... I can't get that up for whatever reason. That's weird, right? It just was pushing that out of the way, but whatever. We'll unload this, I guess, and then we'll go from there. But let's get this done. And we'll see where we are after that. Probably get started on at least making the field. May not get it all done, but we'll at least get started on it. Okay, I think we got everything up there. I'm going to try to do a little bit of a bird's eye view here to verify and make sure that's a correct statement. Nope, we didn't. There's some right there. I think that might have been the only thing we missed, though. Looks like we got everything else, actually, so we didn't do too bad. Let's try to get that last bit up over here. Then we'll figure out where we can go and sell these. Now, realistically, they're not going to be best to sell right now. Perhaps we should just leave them in the trailer until... we need the trailer and then sell them then, if the price is going to continue to go up, I should say, right? If the price isn't going to go up, then... where was that? I've already lost it. Where was that? I missed it. Right there? Was that it? Was that it? I think it is. Yeah, right there, I think. Yeah, it's right there. Okay. So if I go like this, I should get some up here. Maybe not. I'm not seeming to get any of that up off the ground. Sorry about the camera angle. I'm trying my best here to make sure that I'm actually getting it. But it's not not allowing me to pick any of that up. Maybe it's just a rendering issue, perhaps. Oh, there we go. I got some. I don't know if I got them all up, but I got some of it. Looks like I did. I mean, it was such a small amount that could have been the reason why I was having such trouble with it. Yeah, it's all gone. All right, so it's just that last little bit right there. Okay, good. All right, so we'll figure out we're going to go take the stones, if we're going to take the stones. Like I said, if you know, if they're going to go up between now and when it's time to harvest the canola, then I don't really think it matters. We can just leave it in here. The bucket's not going to really be used, or the trailer, I should say, is not really going to be used, right? This thing's worked out like a treat, man. Absolutely perfect. All right, so stones. I gotta scroll for an hour here. Put in the pivotal constant. Giants give me the ability to favorite things. Quote. Oh, I don't even see anywhere to put stones in. Am I missing it? ST stones. Yeah, I am missing it. Just completely missing it. Actually, it's best next month, actually. It's only a couple $1 difference, but yeah, we might as well hold on to that. There's no reason, in my opinion, for us to not wait and get the extra $2 out of this. 7,683 liters. It's not going to make... We're not going to be millionaires from that, but, you know, it's something. It's some money back, right? So I'm going to stop at the shop really quick here before we head back to the yard. I'm actually going to push drive, park, however you want to word it, this stuff out of the way here a little bit. There are some parking spots over here on this side, and I think that's a good spot to put it. Now, I don't think this actually is going to fit there, unfortunately, but it's not going to fit there. That's going to be too wide, I think, or too long, I think, but the guy at the shop, I'm sure, is not going to care too much if I just kind of park it like this. It's like a natural parking spot. I'll just take up one parking spot plus this extra bonus here. This extra area, I should say. Yeah, I think that's going to be fine. And then if I pull the Doltzfar right behind it, it's mostly out of the way at that point. Although the Doltzfar is a little large for the parking spot, but that's alright. We can use part of the other parking spot with it. There we go. Perfect. Yeah. Farm 3. The first equipment for Farm 3. It's exciting. Alright, we'll bring this back to the yard, and then after that, really, we can go ahead and grab the plow and bring the plow up and start planing out that field, right? Obviously, nothing's going to be going in the ground today, but we can at least get the field prepped. We got to get it plowed up, put some lime down, etc., right? At least try to give the idea or the plan, at least, for what we're going to do there. Now, that Tree Devourer mod that we brought back here, realistically, I'm probably going to utilize it for some of the, you know, brush-like trees that we have on the backside of the yard here. Near the road, right? Just like we did on the other one, right? Just to try to clean it up a little bit, make it look a little bit better. I'm just going to park this right in the middle. Probably in the way, as always. I'm going to park it right there anyway. Now, what I will say is after this episode, I'm not sure how much we're going to have left to do. The canola is not going to be ready for... Well, actually, it says next month, so maybe we'll be okay. Maybe we'll be okay. Although I'm not sure. I mean, these are still not that dark, so to me, I think it's going to be the following month, the month of August, before our canola would be ready. But I guess we'll take a peek and see. if it's a situation where there's really nothing for us to do, right? We kind of made things to do here in the last episode and this one. Things that we needed to do, to be fair, but we kind of made up things to do. If there's nothing to do, I probably am just going to skip that month. I'll be fully transparent with you, and we'll just jump to August or whatever. I don't want to do a video just to do a video on a month, right? I've mentioned that many times before. If we can think of things to do and make up things to do like we just did, you know, in the last two with the stone removal here, that's one thing. But I'm not just going to do a video just to say, oh, well, we're doing a video here. I really don't have anything to do, so here's 10 minutes of this, and then that's it for the episode. I'm not going to do that, right? So... Now, I'm going to do the best I can here to try to, you know, keep this as realistic as I can. I don't really... This area here, this is going to be a very small addition to the field here, because that's a pretty severe drop-off into that lake area, right? Or pond area, whatever you want to call it, right? So, I don't want to go too crazy here, but I want to try to align it as much as I can here with this other field, because I think that's the good idea to do, is just... you know, try to line it up with the backside of this field and go forward here. I think that will, you know, accomplish what we're looking for. All right, I'm going to say there. It's not going to be perfect. I'm not expecting it to be perfect, but as long as it's close, I'm going to be pretty happy with it. Like I said, it may not look like it, but it's actually going to be a bit of a larger field than you might anticipate. It's just going to be awkward. It's just going to be an awkward field. All right, how are we doing here? I'm going to do a quick autosave here. I just want to look, because there's not really an end spot here, right? It doesn't really show you an end. Yeah, we actually have plenty of room on the edge here, which is what I was hoping for. I don't want to get to a situation where, you know, it tells us you cannot harvest it or you cannot plow it because you don't own that land. I don't want that to happen. At some point, we will own that land and we can combine them, so it's not a huge deal, but it would be a bit annoying and look a little out of place, of course, right? Okay, yeah, it goes all the way to the road, so we're good. I was just really concerned about the road here, but it goes all the way to the road, so I'm just going to turn around when I get a little bit closer here. I don't want to get any closer than that. I feel like that's about as close as I'm willing to get right now. Just trying to make sure I don't get too close to the trees, of course, because the workers always have issues with that, and we know we're going to utilize workers. So we don't want that to happen. And then I think about here we make a corner, and we kind of try to follow the edge here without getting too close to the area where it's, you know, it slopes down towards the lake there. So we're going to have to come out here a little bit further than you probably would expect because of that right now, because it's starting to slope that way. And like I said, I don't really want to have a huge, massive slope here. We're already got one, you can tell. But I don't want it to be too extreme, because that wouldn't look realistic at all. Okay, yeah, we're looking good. So I'm going to move this out of the way. And yeah, it almost looks like a racetrack right now, at least until we fill it in, of course. If you look in the left-hand corner, it almost looks like a bit of a racetrack that I've created there. No, is it a large field? No, no, but it's bigger than you think it is. It really is. I know I said that already, but I truly think that. It is bigger than you think it is. Gonna have to clean this up a little bit. I was a little off on this track back, but that's all right. We can fix that. I was gonna say I would do, you know, the remainder of this in you know, the following episode, but I don't really think we need to. It's just, it's not large enough, I think, in my opinion. It's just gonna take us no time at all, especially with the size of the plow we have now. This thing is phenomenal, right? So I don't think it's necessary. Anybody a Jurassic Park fan? We lost a big name today. We lost a big name today. Pretty sad. Love Jurassic Park. One of the best IPs I think ever made was Jurassic Park. Love it. Jaws is up there too for me. Love them both. Oh, do we try to make that one a little bit wider there? I almost kind of feel like maybe we do. I think we can make it just a little bit wider here. Not much, but a little bit. This rain, we're struggling here. Okay. I think that's going to be our field here. Very weird field, but you know what? It's going to pay us more money. It's just, it was wasted space until now, right? Wasted space. And we're now going to be utilizing this full advantage of this field and of this land that was wasted. Yeah, this is good. This is good. This is really nice, I think. And really, like I mentioned, right, once we get this field down here, this field here, I guess, we can take this field and kind of expand it this way, right, and do a similar thing, right? We've got some trees to get rid of here as well, but we can just take this field and make it a much larger field, right? It'll be expanded into a much larger field. It'll still be an awkward shape, but won't be as crazy of an awkward shape as it is now. But it still will be around the lake there. It'll still be a little weird, but it'll just be slightly more realistic, right? Now, with this one releasing, well, when you're going to be watching this, it'll be Sunday. Obviously, we're doing another 2 episodes of the Can You Survive 25 this week. Unless, of course, something changes and I'm able to download a map. If I am, then I might replace the Wednesday episode with, you know, with a new series. Who knows? Well, it just really depends. As always, I will let you know that. I try to keep you I try to be as honest as I can with you and let you know, regardless of what's going on. I try to make a post about it and let you know. Couple more passes here and we should be done. Come on, man. Struggle. Let's go. We're struggling. Yeah, I think that extra little addition we added there, even though it's a bit more of a slant there, I think it's going to be fine. Any further than that, though, I would not go, but I think it's going to be fine. Okay, we're pretty much done. And so are we, gang. We're going to leave the episode at this point. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, make sure you smash that like, subscribe button in the case you've yet to do so. They are free to do. It helps me out an absolute ton. Thanks to my members for all of their continued support. It really does mean the world to me. If you want early access to videos like this one, there's a link down below where you can consider becoming a member as well. You do get early access to every video I release, regardless if the thumbnail's ready or not. You also get a members series that releases once a month, where we go through different ideas in my brain. Whenever I'm ready for a new series, I take your inputs. I try to incorporate them whenever I can. If we're not ready for a new series, what the heck just happened? What was that? What, what was that? If we're not ready for a new series, before I was so rudely interrupted, if we're not ready for a new series, I do have a long-running series that we're doing where it's an Own the Map on Kinleg. And we just still talk about different ideas and things that are potential to come about. But, yeah. Check out the second channel. There's a link down below. I'm doing Red Dead Redemption 2 right now. I'm going to be doing Halo Campaign Evolved when it comes out, which is, at the time of this release, this week. Very excited about that, so check that out if you haven't done so. Check the Discord out, as always. Share your progress and things within my Discord, as well as I share updates and videos from both channels on there. So you can cherry pick things you may want to watch from my second channel. Thanks so much for watching. Thanks so much for your continued support. As always, it really does mean a lot to me. And I'll see you next time.